Only 5 minutes left. Archangel Michael is warning you about your soulmate. Don't scroll, listen to this. This message is for you. Your heart needs this right now, because you were not brought here by accident. You were guided here at this exact second for a reason that goes deeper than coincidence. And take a breath with me, feel that pause in your chest, that quiet pull in your spirit. Because that is the moment Archangel Michael's protective energy is touching your awareness. And don't scroll, because when divine timing interrupts your routine, it's never random, it's intentional, and your heart needs this right now because you've been sensing something lately, a shift, a heaviness mixed with hope, a strange emotional tension connected to your soulmate, and listen closely, that sensation wasn't imagination, it was intuition waking up, and don't scroll. Because Archangel Michael is stepping forward right now to shield you, guide you, and reveal something important about your connection, and your heart needs this right now because love is powerful, but not every emotional pull is meant to be followed blindly, and listen to this, sometimes the universe sends warnings not to scare you, but to protect your peace, and don't scroll, because this warning is gentle, not harsh, strong, not cruel, and it comes wrapped in divine care, and your heart needs this right now because your soulmate energy has been tangled with confusion, longing, and unanswered questions, and listen closely, you may have been seeing repeating numbers like 1111, 444, or 12. 12, feeling sudden thoughts about this person out of nowhere, dreaming of them unexpectedly, or sensing emotional waves without clear reasons, and don't scroll, because those are signs of spiritual activation, messages telling you that something is shifting behind the scenes, and your heart needs this right now because Archangel Michael's presence brings clarity, courage, and protection, and listen to this. His energy is surrounding you right now, strengthening your boundaries, sharpening your intuition, and preparing you to hear what your soul already knows but your heart has been avoiding, and don't scroll, because deep inside, you've felt moments of doubt about this connection, not because you don't care, but because something hasn't felt fully aligned, and your heart needs this right now because ignoring inner signals creates emotional exhaustion, and listen closely, the warning isn't about abandonment, it's about awareness. It's about recognizing patterns, emotional imbalance, or energetic mismatches that could slowly drain you if left unaddressed, and don't scroll, because Archangel Michael does not step in unless protection is needed, and your heart needs this right now because you are sensitive, loving, and emotionally open, and that makes your energy powerful but also vulnerable, and listen to this, you've been giving more than receiving. Hoping more than being reassured, waiting more than being met halfway. And don't scroll, because this moment is asking you to pause, breathe, and reconnect with your worth, and your heart needs this right now because divine love never asks you to shrink, beg, or lose yourself, and listen closely, Archangel Michael's message is not telling you to stop loving, it's guiding you to love wisely. To protect your heart while staying open, to choose alignment over attachment, and don't scroll, because attachment keeps you stuck, while alignment sets you free, and your heart needs this right now because you've been standing at a crossroads emotionally, feeling torn between hope and exhaustion, between patience and frustration, and listen to this, that inner conflict is the signal that change is near. And don't scroll, because spiritual awakenings often begin with discomfort, with emotional shaking that clears illusions and reveals truth, and your heart needs this right now because truth is rising, whether through conversation, realization, or sudden emotional clarity, and listen closely, this is the moment when protection meets preparation, when divine energy strengthens you before the next chapter unfolds, and don't scroll, because Archangel Michael is not only warning you, he is empowering you, reminding you that you are stronger than you think, wiser than you realize, and guided even when you feel lost, and your heart needs this right now because you are not meant to repeat old cycles, you are meant to evolve beyond them, and listen to this. The next few minutes, days, or encounters will carry important emotional signals, and your awareness right now will shape how you respond. And don't scroll, because part 1 ends right here intentionally, right before I reveal the specific emotional pattern Archangel Michael is asking you to watch for in your soulmate connection and what it means for your destiny moving forward. Stay with me, because what comes next is the deeper layer of the message Archangel Michael is placing gently into your spirit, and this message is for you. Your heart needs this right now, because the warning is not about fear, it's about preparation, protection, and truth that liberates you from emotional fog. And listen closely, the pattern Archangel Michael wants you to recognize is subtle, not loud drama, not obvious betrayal, but energetic imbalance, the quiet kind where one soul pours while the other hesitates, where effort feels uneven, where your compassion keeps carrying the weight of the connection. And pause for a moment, breathe, because if this resonates, it's not meant to shame you, it's meant to wake you up with love. And understand this, you have been loving deeply, giving patience, offering understanding, extending grace again and again, hoping that consistency would create stability. But Archangel Michael is showing you that devotion without reciprocity slowly weakens your spirit, and your heart needs this right now because you deserve harmony, not emotional labor disguised as loyalty. And listen to this, you may have noticed moments where communication felt one-sided, where clarity never fully arrived, where promises stayed vague, or where your needs kept being postponed. And this is not coincidence, it is a signal that your soul is outgrowing the dynamic. And Archangel Michael is asking you to observe behavior, not words, energy, not excuses. Consistency, not temporary effort, because divine connections thrive on mutual presence, not confusion. And your heart needs this right now because you've been sensing emotional fatigue, that quiet tiredness that doesn't come from physical exhaustion, but from carrying uncertainty too long. And listen closely, that heaviness is your intuition asking for adjustment, not avoidance. And understand this, the warning is not telling you to walk away immediately, it's guiding you to reclaim your power, to stop overgiving, to step back into emotional balance, and to allow space for truth to reveal itself naturally. Because when you stop chasing clarity, clarity often arrives on its own. And your heart needs this right now because Archangel Michael's protection works through boundaries, not isolation, strength, not bitterness, wisdom, not resentment. And listen to this, you are being guided to shift how you engage, to respond with calm instead of urgency, to observe instead of over-explaining, to protect your peace instead of proving your worth. And this shift will immediately change the energy between you and your soulmate, because when one person elevates emotionally, the entire connection recalibrates. And your heart needs this right now because you are stepping into a higher version of yourself, one that no longer tolerates emotional breadcrumbs, unclear intentions, or half-hearted effort. And listen closely, Archangel Michael is also warning you about romanticizing potential instead of honoring reality, loving who someone could become instead of accepting who they are showing you today. And this is important, because potential without action creates illusion, while reality brings truth. And your heart needs this right now because illusion keeps you waiting, while truth sets you free. And understand this, your soulmate connection is meant to evolve, not stagnate, to grow into mutual respect, not remain trapped in emotional imbalance. And Listen to this. You are being protected from repeating old cycles where you gave too much and received too little, where hope replaced boundaries, where patience turned into self-sacrifice, and Archangel Michael is stepping in now because you are ready for something healthier, stronger, and more aligned with your growth, and your heart needs this right now because the universe is preparing you for a turning point, not just in love, but in self-worth. And listen closely, this turning point may arrive through a conversation, a realization, or a sudden emotional shift that makes things clear, and when that happens, you will feel lighter, not heavier, calmer, not anxious, and that feeling will be your confirmation that you are moving in the right direction. And understand this, divine protection doesn't remove challenges, it equips you to handle them with strength and clarity. And your heart needs this right now because you are not meant to stay confused, you are meant to step into emotional leadership within your own life. And listen to this, Archangel Michael is reminding you that love should add peace, not constantly test your patience, that connection should feel safe, not uncertain, and that partnership should support your growth, not slow it down. And your heart needs this right now because you are being prepared for a higher standard of love, whether that comes through transformation of this connection or alignment with something better. And understand this, both outcomes serve your destiny, not your ego, your soul, not temporary comfort. And listen closely, this phase requires courage, the courage to pause, reflect, and choose yourself without guilt. And Archangel Michael is strengthening that courage within you now, helping you release fear of loss and replace it with trust in divine timing. And your heart needs this right now because trusting divine timing allows you to relax your grip on outcomes and focus on alignment, and alignment always brings the right people, the right opportunities, and the right experiences at the right moment. And listen to this, you may begin noticing signs confirming this shift, unexpected calm, sudden clarity, emotional release, or repeated symbols reminding you to stay strong, and those are confirmations that protection is active, and guidance is working, and your heart needs this right now because you are not walking this path alone. And Archangel Michael's presence is reminding you that you are supported, guarded, and guided through this emotional transformation. And listen closely, part 2 ends here intentionally. Right before I reveal the exact choice Archangel Michael is urging you to make in the coming moments and how that decision reshapes your soulmate path forever. Stay present with this moment, because the third phase of this message brings you to the crossroads where awareness becomes movement and intention becomes choice, and this message is for you. Your heart needs this right now, because Archangel Michael is not only revealing patterns, he is guiding you toward a powerful shift that reshapes your soulmate journey. And listen closely. The decision being offered is not about cutting people off impulsively or reacting from emotion, it is about choosing alignment over attachment, self-respect over emotional dependency, and clarity over confusion. And pause for a second, breathe deeply, because this is where your strength begins to activate. And understand this, you are being guided to step back from overextending yourself, to stop filling emotional gaps that are not yours to carry, and to allow space for truth to surface naturally. And your heart needs this right now because constantly trying to hold a connection together alone creates imbalance, and imbalance drains your spirit. And listen to this, Archangel Michael is encouraging you to observe rather than chase, to remain calm instead of rushing toward answers, to create emotional stillness that reveals real intentions. And this shift might feel uncomfortable at first, because you are used to giving, fixing, supporting, and waiting, but discomfort is the sign that growth is happening. And your heart needs this right now because growth often feels unfamiliar before it feels empowering. And understand this, When you stop overgiving, the dynamic changes immediately, because energy adjusts to the new standard you set. And listen closely, this is how you discover whether the connection is rooted in mutual respect or built on emotional convenience. And your heart needs this right now because mutual respect is the foundation of divine partnerships. And listen to this. You are being guided to protect your emotional space, to prioritize peace, and to respond thoughtfully, rather than emotionally. And this doesn't mean becoming cold, it means becoming centered, stable, and grounded in your worth. And pause for a moment, because this is important. Your worth does not increase when someone chooses you, your worth already exists, and Archangel Michael is reminding you of that truth right now. And your heart needs this right now because remembering your worth changes how you show up in relationships. And listen closely, you may feel guided to create healthy boundaries, not walls, but clear expectations, honest communication, and emotional standards that honor your growth. And this will either inspire your soulmate to rise to meet you or reveal misalignment that was hidden before, and both outcomes serve your highest good. And your heart needs this right now because divine guidance always works for your benefit, even when it challenges comfort. And listen to this. As you begin stepping into this new energy, you may notice your confidence increasing, your emotional reactions softening, and your inner voice becoming clearer. And this is confirmation that you are aligning with protection rather than fear. And understand this, fear tells you to hold tighter, while alignment teaches you to trust the process. And Archangel Michael is guiding you to release fear-based attachment, not love, but the anxiety that comes from uncertainty. And your heart needs this right now because anxiety clouds judgment, while calm reveals truth. And listen closely, during this phase, you may also experience moments of emotional clarity, realizing what you truly want from a connection, what you will no longer tolerate, and what kind of partnership aligns with your future vision. And don't ignore those realizations, because they are messages from your higher self. And your heart needs this right now because your higher self sees beyond temporary emotion and understands long-term fulfillment. And listen to this, you may feel guided to focus more on your own growth, goals, and healing, redirecting energy towards self-care, creativity, and personal development. And this shift is powerful, because when you invest in yourself, you naturally attract healthier relationships. And understand this, divine alignment does not ask you to sacrifice your happiness for love, it asks you to build happiness within yourself so love can meet you there. And your heart needs this right now because happiness rooted in self-worth creates emotional stability, and stability attracts reliable connections. And listen closely, as you embody this new energy, your soulmate may respond in one of two ways, stepping forward with greater emotional maturity or pulling back due to misalignment. And both outcomes are blessings, not losses, because they reveal truth, and truth sets you free. And your heart needs this right now because freedom allows you to move forward without emotional weight. And listen to this, Archangel Michael is also reminding you to trust your intuition during this phase, to listen to subtle feelings, inner nudges, and emotional signals that guide your next steps. And don't dismiss those signals, because they are part of divine communication. And your heart needs this right now because intuition becomes stronger when you create space for stillness. And listen closely, this stage is about embodying courage, not through confrontation, but through quiet strength, choosing yourself without guilt, honoring your needs without apology, and standing in your truth without fear. And understand this, courage doesn't always look loud, sometimes it looks like calm detachment, healthy boundaries, and emotional stability. And your heart needs this right now because emotional stability is protection, and protection allows love to grow in healthy ways. And listen to this, you may notice that once you make this internal shift, the energy between you and your soulmate begins to change quickly. Communication patterns shift, emotional dynamics adjust, and clarity becomes more visible, and this is confirmation that your choice is creating impact, and your heart needs this right now because impact shows that your growth matters. And listen closely, this phase is preparing you for the next level of your soulmate journey, whether that means rebuilding on stronger foundations or opening space for something new that aligns better with your evolution. And don't fear change, because change guided by divine protection always leads to expansion, and your heart needs this right now because expansion is how destiny unfolds. And listen to this, part 3 ends here intentionally, right before I reveal the specific sign Archangel Michael will send you next to confirm that you are walking the right path and how that sign will show up in your everyday life. Stay open, because the fourth phase of this message brings the confirmation sign Archangel Michael is preparing to send you, and this message is for you. Your heart needs this right now, because divine guidance does not leave you guessing. It speaks through subtle yet powerful signals that align with your awareness. And listen closely, the sign you are about to receive will not come as thunder or spectacle, it will arrive quietly, woven into everyday moments, appearing when your mind is calm and your heart is receptive. And pause for a second, breathe slowly, because this sign will touch your intuition before it reaches your logic. And understand this, Archangel Michael communicates through repetition, synchronicity, and emotional resonance, not coincidence, and you may begin noticing a specific symbol appearing more frequently, such as feathers, particular numbers, repeated phrases, or even unexpected encounters that carry emotional meaning. And your heart needs this right now, because these signs are reminders that protection is active and guidance is unfolding. And listen to this, you might suddenly hear a song that mirrors your emotional situation, receive a message at the exact moment you were thinking about your soulmate, or encounter words that feel like direct answers to your silent questions. And these moments are not random, they are responses. And understand this, when the sign appears, it will bring a sense of calm rather than urgency, clarity rather than confusion, and reassurance rather than fear, because Archangel Michael's presence carries peace, not pressure. And your heart needs this right now because peace is the indicator that you are aligned with divine protection. And listen closely, this sign will also serve as a checkpoint, confirming whether you are honoring the guidance you've already received or drifting back into old emotional habits. And pay attention to your reaction, not just the sign itself, because your response reveals your readiness. And understand this, if the sign appears while you are grounded and emotionally centered, it means you are on the right path. But if it appears during emotional turbulence, it is a reminder to slow down, recalibrate, and reconnect with your inner stability. And your heart needs this right now because divine guidance is interactive. It responds to your awareness, your choices, and your emotional state. And listen to this, you may also notice increased intuition following the sign. Feeling more confident in your decisions, sensing clarity in situations that once felt complicated, and experiencing emotional lightness that replaces heaviness. And this is the result of alignment strengthening within you. And understand this, alignment doesn't remove challenges, it changes how you face them, replacing fear with trust and confusion with understanding. And your heart needs this right now because trust allows you to release control, and releasing control opens space for divine flow. And listen closely, during this phase you may also experience a shift in how you perceive your soulmate connection, seeing it with clearer eyes, noticing patterns you once overlooked, and recognizing emotional truths that were previously hidden by attachment, and this clarity is not meant to hurt you, it is meant to empower you, and understand this. Empowerment feels like calm confidence, not ego, quiet strength, not aggression, and your heart needs this right now because empowerment allows you to move forward without emotional weight. And listen to this, you may also feel guided to adjust your daily habits, such as spending more time in reflection, meditation, journaling, or simply being present in quiet moments, and these practices create space for divine messages to be received clearly. And understand this, noise drowns intuition, while stillness amplifies it. And your heart needs this right now because intuition is your internal compass during this transformation. And listen closely, the sign Archangel Michael sends will not be vague, it will feel personal, meaningful, and relevant to your current emotional state, and you will recognize it instantly, even if you can't explain why. And this recognition is your soul responding to divine guidance. And understand this, when the sign arrives, acknowledge it, not with fear, but with gratitude. Because gratitude strengthens your connection to divine energy, and your heart needs this right now because appreciation opens your heart to further guidance. And listen to this, you may also experience emotional release after receiving the sign, such as relief, clarity, or even tears, and this release is part of healing, not weakness. And understand this, healing often arrives through emotional softness, not resistance, and your heart needs this right now because allowing emotions to flow clears energetic blockages, making space for peace. And listen closely, during this phase you may also notice your dreams becoming more vivid, symbolic, or emotionally meaningful, and these dreams may carry messages related to your soulmate connection, your growth, or your next steps. And understand this, dreams are another channel Archangel Michael uses to communicate when the conscious mind is quiet, and your heart needs this right now because paying attention to dream symbolism can offer valuable insight. And listen to this, as you receive these signs and messages, you may feel an increased sense of protection around you, a feeling that you are supported even when things feel uncertain. And this sense of safety is not imagined, it is the presence of divine guidance surrounding your journey. And understand this, protection does not mean preventing all pain, it means guiding you through challenges with strength, wisdom, and clarity. And your heart needs this right now because you are not meant to walk this path alone. And listen closely, you may also notice shifts in your energy field, feeling lighter, more optimistic, or more focused, and these shifts indicate that alignment is strengthening, and your connection to divine guidance is becoming clearer. And understand this, when alignment strengthens, opportunities appear naturally, solutions become visible, and emotional clarity increases. And your heart needs this right now because clarity leads to confident action, and confident action shapes destiny. And listen to this, as this phase continues, you may feel inspired to take small but meaningful steps toward change, whether that means having an honest conversation, setting boundaries, or redirecting energy toward personal growth. And these steps are guided, not impulsive. And understand this, divine guidance works through intentional action, not waiting passively. And your heart needs this right now because movement creates momentum, and momentum accelerates transformation. And listen closely, this sign from Archangel Michael is not the end of the message, it is the beginning of deeper alignment. And once you recognize it, the next phase will unfold quickly, bringing emotional resolution and new direction. And understand this, everything happening now is preparing you for a shift that will reshape how you experience love, connection, and self-worth. And your heart needs this right now because you are stepping into a higher version of yourself, guided by protection, clarity, and divine timing. And listen to this, part 4 ends here intentionally, right as the sign is about to appear in your life, because what comes next will reveal how that sign transforms into a powerful turning point in your soulmate journey and personal evolution. Remain grounded as the fifth phase of this message now opens into the turning point where confirmation becomes transformation, and this message is for you. Your heart needs this right now, because once the sign appears, something inside you will begin shifting faster than you expect, and listen closely. The moment you recognize that divine signal, your perspective will change, your emotional weight will lighten, and your awareness will sharpen, allowing you to see your soulmate connection with clearer eyes and steadier judgment. And understand this, Archangel Michael is not sending signs for entertainment, he sends them to activate movement, to awaken courage, and to realign your choices with your highest good, and you may suddenly feel inspired to take action you previously hesitated to take, such as speaking honestly, stepping back from imbalance, or prioritizing your emotional well-being. And this inspiration will feel calm yet powerful, not impulsive, not chaotic, but guided by inner certainty, and your heart needs this right now because certainty dissolves doubt, and doubt has been draining your energy for far too long. And listen to this, during this phase you may experience a surge of emotional clarity, recognizing patterns that no longer serve you, identifying behaviors that kept you stuck, and understanding what kind of love truly aligns with your growth. And this awareness is not meant to criticize the past, it is meant to free you from repeating it, and understand this, freedom feels like peace, not excitement, stability, not drama, and safety, not constant emotional tension. And your heart needs this right now because your soul has been craving calm connection, not emotional roller coasters. And listen closely, you may notice that your reactions toward your soulmate change, becoming less anxious, less reactive, and more centered, allowing you to respond thoughtfully instead of emotionally, and this shift will immediately alter the dynamic between you, because energy always responds to stability. And understand this, when you embody calm confidence, you create space for honesty, maturity, and respect to enter the connection, and your heart needs this right now because respect is the foundation of lasting partnerships. And listen to this, during this phase you may also begin setting subtle boundaries, not through confrontation, but through consistency, clarity, and self-respect, choosing what you tolerate and what you no longer accept. And this boundary setting will not push away the right person, it will attract alignment. And understand this, alignment brings relationships that match your emotional level, not ones that drain your energy. And your heart needs this right now because emotional sustainability matters more than temporary excitement. And listen closely, you may feel guided to slow down interactions, allowing space for reflection, rather than rushing toward answers or validation. And this pause is powerful, because it reveals true intentions, not surface-level gestures. And understand this, time exposes authenticity, and authenticity builds trust. And your heart needs this right now because trust allows vulnerability to grow safely. And listen to this, as you continue honoring this guidance, you may notice your self-worth strengthening, your confidence expanding, and your emotional resilience increasing, allowing you to handle uncertainty with grace instead of anxiety. And understand this, resilience is built through awareness, not avoidance. And your heart needs this right now because resilience prepares you for deeper connection, not shallow attachment. And listen closely, during this phase you may also feel drawn toward self-care practices that nourish your spirit, such as meditation, reflection, journaling, or spending time in nature. and these practices will help you stay connected to divine guidance, keeping your energy clear and your mind focused, and understand. This clarity is protection, and protection prevents emotional confusion, and your heart needs this right now because confusion once kept you stuck, and clarity now moves you forward. And listen to this, you may also experience emotional release during this phase, letting go of old expectations, unspoken resentment, or lingering disappointment, and this release may come through tears, deep breaths, or quiet acceptance. And understand this, release is healing, not weakness, and your heart needs this right now because healing opens space for renewal. And listen closely, as renewal unfolds, you may begin envisioning a different future for yourself, one that includes emotional stability, mutual respect, and shared growth, and this vision will guide your decisions, helping you choose what aligns with your long-term happiness. And understand this, long-term happiness is built on consistency, not intensity. And your heart needs this right now because consistency creates security, and security allows love to grow without fear. And listen to this, during this phase your soulmate may respond to your shift by stepping forward with greater emotional maturity or revealing misalignment through behavior, and both responses serve clarity, not confusion. And understand this, clarity protects your heart, even when it challenges comfort, and your heart needs this right now because comfort without growth leads to stagnation, while clarity leads to evolution. And listen closely, you may also feel inspired to redirect energy toward your personal goals, creative passions, or career aspirations, allowing your identity to expand beyond romantic focus, and this expansion will strengthen your independence, allowing you to love without losing yourself. And understand this, independence does not weaken connection, it strengthens it by creating balance. And your heart needs this right now because balance supports emotional harmony. And listen to this, as this phase continues, you may experience a renewed sense of purpose, feeling motivated to build a life that reflects your values, dreams, and spiritual growth, and this purpose will give direction to your energy, reducing distraction and increasing fulfillment. And understand this, fulfillment comes from alignment, not external validation, and your heart needs this right now because validation fades, while alignment sustains. And listen closely, you may also notice improved emotional communication, expressing your needs clearly without guilt, sharing your truth calmly without fear, and listening to others without losing your boundaries. And this communication style will transform relationships, creating mutual understanding. And understand this, understanding builds connection, and connection fosters unity. And your heart needs this right now because unity creates peace, and peace supports well-being, and well-being enhances life satisfaction. And listen to this, as the fifth phase unfolds, you will begin feeling more grounded in yourself, more confident in your direction, and more trusting of divine timing, knowing that everything happening now is guiding you toward alignment, growth, and emotional freedom. And understand this, freedom is the true gift Archangel Michael is offering you, not control over outcomes, but liberation from fear, confusion, and emotional imbalance. And your heart needs this right now because freedom allows you to step into your destiny with courage, clarity, and calm strength. And listen closely, part 5 ends here intentionally, right as transformation becomes active and new patterns begin forming, because what comes next will reveal how this shift manifests into real-life changes that reshape your soulmate connection and your future path. Stay aligned with this unfolding energy, because the sixth phase now steps into the realm where inner transformation begins reshaping your outer reality, And this message is for you. Your heart needs this right now, because what you shifted inside is about to reflect back through circumstances, conversations, and unexpected moments. And listen closely. You may notice subtle changes first, a different tone in interactions, calmer responses from others, fewer emotional triggers, and a growing sense of control over your reactions. And understand this, these are not coincidences, they are mirrors showing you that your vibration has stabilized, and stability creates structure, and structure allows life to organize itself in healthier ways. And your heart needs this right now because you are stepping out of emotional chaos and into conscious creation. And listen to this, during this phase, you may encounter situations that test your new boundaries, offering you chances to choose your peace again and again, not through confrontation, but through calm decisions, quiet confidence, and self-respect. And understand this, every time you choose peace, you strengthen your alignment, and alignment accelerates progress. And your heart needs this right now because consistency is the bridge between awareness and lasting change. And listen closely, your soulmate connection may now enter a moment of reckoning, where actions begin matching intentions or revealing misalignment clearly. And this is not punishment, it is clarity in motion. And understand this, clarity allows you to respond with wisdom rather than emotion. And your heart needs this right now because wisdom prevents you from repeating cycles that once drained your spirit. And listen to this, you may notice your emotional reactions becoming more measured, your words more intentional, and your energy more composed, allowing you to communicate without over-explaining or justifying your needs. And understand this, composed energy commands respect without force, and respect invites healthier connection. And your heart needs this right now because healthy connection is built on mutual understanding, not emotional pressure. And listen closely, as this phase unfolds, you may also experience external opportunities aligning with your growth, such as new connections, career developments, creative inspiration, or personal breakthroughs that remind you that your life is expanding beyond one relationship. And understand this, expansion is the universe's way of reminding you that your identity is bigger than any single connection. And your heart needs this right now because self-expansion creates independence, and independence supports balanced love. And listen to this, you may also feel guided to simplify your life, reducing unnecessary commitments, clearing emotional clutter, and creating space for what truly matters. And understand this, simplification allows clarity, and clarity strengthens focus, and focus directs energy toward meaningful outcomes. And your heart needs this right now because meaningful outcomes bring fulfillment, not temporary excitement. And listen closely, during this stage you may experience moments of reflection, noticing how far you've come emotionally, recognizing patterns you no longer entertain, and appreciating the strength you built through discomfort. And understand this, reflection builds gratitude, and gratitude shifts perspective from lack to abundance. And your heart needs this right now because abundance mindset attracts supportive experiences. And listen to this, as supportive experiences appear, you may feel more motivated to invest in yourself, whether through education, wellness, creative expression, or personal development. And understand this, self-investment multiplies confidence, and confidence reshapes how you approach life. And your heart needs this right now because confident presence opens doors that fear once closed. And listen closely, you may also notice your intuition becoming more active, guiding you toward choices that feel aligned, warning you away from situations that feel draining, and encouraging you toward experiences that feel nourishing. And understand this, intuition strengthens when emotional noise quiets, and your heart needs this right now because inner guidance protects you from misalignment. And listen to this. As protection strengthens, you may feel less anxious about outcomes, trusting that what is meant for you will arrive without force. And understand this, trust removes urgency, and urgency often creates resistance, and your heart needs this right now because resistance blocks flow, while trust invites movement. And listen closely. During this phase you may experience unexpected moments of joy, laughter, or inspiration that remind you life is meant to be enjoyed, not endured. And understand this. Joy is not a distraction, it is a sign of alignment, and your heart needs this right now because alignment fuels creativity, and creativity enhances emotional expression, and emotional expression deepens connection. And listen to this, as your emotional foundation strengthens, you may feel ready to engage with your soulmate connection from a place of stability rather than longing, offering presence instead of pressure, and understanding instead of expectation. And understand this. Presence creates safety, and safety allows honesty, and honesty leads to clarity, and your heart needs this right now because clarity supports long-term fulfillment. And listen closely, you may also experience a shift in how you perceive time, feeling less rushed, more patient, and more grounded in the present moment. And understand this, patience is a sign of emotional security, and your heart needs this right now because security allows you to build relationships slowly and intentionally. And listen to this. As this phase continues, you may also find yourself setting new goals that reflect your evolved priorities, focusing on stability, purpose, and meaningful growth rather than external validation. And understand this, purpose-driven goals bring satisfaction, and satisfaction enhances well-being, and your heart needs this right now because well-being strengthens resilience, and resilience prepares you for deeper connection and greater responsibility. And listen closely. During this stage you may also feel inspired to help others, share insights, or offer support, using your experiences as tools for compassion rather than sources of pain. And understand this, service expands your sense of purpose, and purpose creates fulfillment, and your heart needs this right now because fulfillment supports emotional balance, and emotional balance improves relationship dynamics. And listen to this, as the sixth phase unfolds, you may notice that what once felt heavy now feels manageable. What once felt confusing now feels clearer, and what once felt uncertain now feels guided. And understand this, this is the result of alignment strengthening within you, and your heart needs this right now because alignment is the foundation of sustainable growth. And listen closely, you may also experience moments of deep calm, the quiet knowing that everything is unfolding as it should, even if you don't yet see the full picture. And understand this, calm awareness allows you to remain open to guidance. And your heart needs this right now because openness invites miracles. And listen to this, part 6 ends here intentionally, right as internal stability begins shaping external reality, because what comes next will reveal how this transformation crystallizes into long-term direction, emotional fulfillment, and the next chapter of your soulmate journey. Stay connected to this rising energy, because the seventh phase now carries you into the stage of consolidation and future alignment, where everything you shifted, healed, and stabilized begins forming a clear path forward. And this message is for you. Your heart needs this right now, because this is the moment when uncertainty fades and direction becomes visible. And listen closely, you may start feeling a stronger sense of purpose. Not dramatic, not overwhelming, but steady and grounded, like a quiet voice inside guiding your next steps with calm confidence. and understand this. This sense of purpose comes from integration, from aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your true values, and your heart needs this right now because alignment removes inner conflict, allowing you to move forward without hesitation. And listen to this, during this phase you may feel more decisive, making choices without second-guessing yourself, trusting your intuition instead of constantly seeking validation from others. And understand this, decisiveness is empowerment, and empowerment strengthens independence, and independence supports balanced relationships, and your heart needs this right now because balanced relationships create emotional safety, and emotional safety allows vulnerability to exist without fear. And listen closely, as vulnerability becomes easier, communication improves, honesty flows more naturally, and misunderstandings become easier to resolve. And understand this, clarity in communication prevents unnecessary conflict, and your heart needs this right now because conflict drains energy, while understanding builds connection. And listen to this, during this stage you may also experience changes in your social circle, gravitating toward individuals who support your growth, inspire positive thinking, and respect your boundaries, while naturally distancing from dynamics that no longer align with your evolution. And understand this, attraction works through resonance, and resonance draws people who match your emotional frequency, and your heart needs this right now because supportive environments accelerate personal growth. And listen closely, you may also feel inspired to invest in long-term goals, planning for stability, building skills, or creating systems that support sustainable success. And understand this, long-term planning reflects maturity, and maturity creates security, and security allows you to take healthy risks without fear. And your heart needs this right now because healthy risk-taking expands your comfort zone. And listen to this, as your comfort zone expands, you may discover new passions, interests, or talents that were previously hidden beneath emotional distraction. And understand this, self-discovery strengthens identity, and identity shapes purpose. And your heart needs this right now because purpose fuels motivation, and motivation drives consistent action, and consistent action creates results. And listen closely, during this phase you may also experience greater emotional balance, handling challenges with patience rather than frustration, and approaching uncertainty with curiosity instead of anxiety. And understand this, emotional balance supports resilience, and resilience allows you to adapt to change without losing stability. And your heart needs this right now because adaptability is essential for growth. And listen to this, you may also find yourself letting go of old expectations, releasing the need for perfect outcomes, and accepting that life unfolds through process, not instant resolution. And understand this, acceptance creates peace, and peace strengthens focus. And your heart needs this right now because focused energy creates clarity, and clarity guides action. And listen closely, during this stage you may also notice improvements in your physical well-being, such as better sleep, increased energy, or improved mood, as emotional stress decreases and balance returns. And understand this, emotional health affects physical health, and your heart needs this right now because holistic well-being supports sustainable happiness. And listen to this, as your well-being improves, you may feel more motivated to maintain healthy habits, nourish your body, and care for your mind, creating a strong foundation for future growth. And understand this, foundation determines stability, and stability supports long-term fulfillment. And your heart needs this right now because fulfillment arises from consistent self-care, not temporary excitement. And listen closely, you may also feel a renewed sense of creativity, exploring artistic expression, problem-solving, or innovation with ease, and understand this. Creativity signals expanded awareness, and expanded awareness opens new possibilities. And your heart needs this right now because new possibilities bring excitement and inspiration, and listen to this, as inspiration flows, you may also feel drawn to contribute positively to others' lives, offering support, encouragement, or guidance, and understand this. Contribution builds connection, and connection fosters community, and your heart needs this right now because community provides belonging, and belonging supports emotional security. And listen closely, during this phase you may also recognize patterns that once controlled your behavior, such as fear of abandonment, need for approval, or avoidance of vulnerability, and feel empowered to choose different responses. And understand this, awareness gives you choice, and choice creates freedom, and your heart needs this right now because freedom allows you to live authentically, not reactively. And listen to this, as authenticity strengthens, you may notice people responding differently to you, offering more respect, clearer communication, and genuine interest. And understand this, authenticity attracts authenticity. And your heart needs this right now because genuine connection creates fulfillment. And listen closely, you may also feel more comfortable being alone when needed, enjoying solitude without loneliness, using quiet time for reflection and growth. And understand this, healthy solitude builds self-connection, and self-connection strengthens intuition. And your heart needs this right now because intuition guides future decisions. And listen to this, as this phase continues, you may experience moments of clarity about your soulmate connection, seeing whether it aligns with your evolved values or serves as a lesson guiding you towards something greater. And understand this, clarity removes illusion, and your heart needs this right now because illusion keeps you stuck, while truth sets you free. And listen closely, you may also feel prepared to embrace whatever outcome unfolds, trusting that divine timing supports your highest good. And understand this, trust replaces anxiety with peace. And your heart needs this right now because peace allows you to enjoy the present moment. And listen to this, as the seventh phase unfolds, you may sense a deep calm settling within, the feeling that you are finally aligned with your purpose, guided by wisdom, protected by divine energy, and ready to step into the next chapter of your life with confidence, clarity, and emotional strength. And understand this, this calm is not the end, it is the foundation for what comes next. And your heart needs this right now because the next phase will reveal how this alignment opens doors to new beginnings, deeper connection, and long-term fulfillment. Stay open to this final expansion, because the eighth phase now lifts you into the chapter of renewal and forward momentum, where everything you stabilized internally begins shaping a brand new rhythm in your life. And this message is for you. Your heart needs this right now, because you are stepping out of preparation and into embodiment, living the growth instead of simply understanding it. And listen closely, you may notice that your daily routine feels lighter, your mind clearer, your emotional reactions calmer, not because challenges disappeared, but because you developed the strength to move through them without losing balance. And understand this, inner stability transforms the way reality responds to you, shifting circumstances, improving communication, and opening doors that once felt closed. And your heart needs this right now because you are no longer operating from survival mode. You are moving from conscious creation, choosing intention over impulse, awareness over habit, and purpose over distraction. And listen to this, during this phase you may feel inspired to redesign parts of your life, adjusting schedules, improving habits, or